class 12th we are focusing on the next topic for the solid state, and that is the relationship between radius, edge and edge length and the nearest neighbor atom. Actually, derivation of this topic is not there. It's we have certain formulas for all the three types of unit cells for this concept for FCCs and BCCs and SCC. But I just want to tell you that what is a radius, what is the edge length, or what is the nearest neighbor distance. This thing you can see with the help of a diagram. Now this diagram you can see I have made one unit cell, and this if you are seeing the red spots what I have written, this is the atoms that are present in a unit cell, which are shared also, and some of them are you are seeing in a big form. So what is an over here we have seen our concept that the relationship between the radius, edge length and the nearest neighbor distance. So over here I have made, I have already mentioned you what is the edge is whatever is been there, whether it's coming in length, breadth or height. It is your edge length we have seen in the previous videos. Now what is the radius over here, like whatever the point is that over here you can see the half of the, there are two atoms and you are focusing the half of the atom. You can see the half of the edge is also related to a radius, right? And once the distance or the relationship between radius and edge length and the nearest distance, nearest, what is the nearest distance? Actually the edge length is considered as a nearest neighbor distance, because you can see there are two atoms and their distance between these two atoms is what it's considered as your distance, nearest neighbor distance. So this way you can express as what is r, what is your a, your radius you have seen, what is your edge length, and edge length is directly related to your the distance, right? So this way we have the formulas. We are not going focus on the detail of it. I am writing the formulas. You can see the formulas for all the unit cells. Now you can see that I have made that table, and in that table I have put all the unit cells and what are the radius and what is the value for the distance between the nearest neighbor in the crystal of a pure element. So I have written all the values, like for SCC also I have written over here what is the value for r is equals to a by 2, distance is what, d is equals to a. In BCC I have written the value r is equals to root 3a by 4, and in distance it's d is equals to root 3 a upon 2 I have written. In FCCs, or FCCs is also known as CP also. So over here I have written the value, that is r is equals to for radius a upon 2 root 2, and this also you can see distance is a upon root 2. So these are the values you have to learn like that only. And please, one more thing, you can, in the books also they have given you different values also, like what they are doing, they are just putting the values of root 3, root 2 over here, root 3 and root 2, and you get values in fractions. So you have the calculators. I am not asking you to learn the values, because it's better if you do it with your help of the calculators. You can do it and you can get the answer. Like over here, what if you put it with the root 3a by 4, it is also you get the value 0.4339 over here, right? Over here if we take a upon 2 root 2, you get a value that is 0.3535a, right? If you put the value of root 3 over here, you get a value that is I think I should use other pen, 0.866a. if you put the value over here, so you get the value that is 0.707a. So I am just writing the value so that it would be easy for you to understand. Again I am telling there is no derivation for it, so I think values are clear to you. It's 0.707a, and this way you can learn the values, because they are quite helpful in your numericals also, because sometimes they do ask, right, calculate the value of radius or calculate the value of distance between the nearest neighbor in the crystals of the pure elements. We'll focus on that also. Now you can see the one numerical I have given you, that chromium metal crystallizes with a body centered cubic lattice, or they can ask you cubic structure, The edge length of the unit cell is found to be 287 pm picometer. Now you know. Calculate this atomic radius. Now I am writing over here atomic radius, right? But in my that formula statement I written radius of an atom. Both the things are same, so please don't get confused that what the language is, right? So what you have to simply do that, what they have given you, they have given you the edge length, right? A value is given to you, you have to calculate the radius, and you know that they have mentioned that this particular crystal is of what, it's of chromium, and it's what type of lattice it is, or the crystal it is, or the space lattice it is. It's a body centered center one, so it is means BCC. You have to focus on BCC, so you have to put the formula for BCC. So let's write down the formula for BCC over here. So your answer will be like that. What is the atomic radius? Atomic radius you have to calculate, right? So this you have to see. Why am I writing? Because it will help us out to understand that what we have to calculate. Now we have got the formula, radius is equals to root 3a upon 4, right? Root 3 upon a upon 4. Now what the values, root 3 values, you know by your own. You have the calculators, you can see the calculators, and 287 value you will write down. The answer what you will get over here when you put it help of the calculator, it's 124.27 pm will be your answer. 124.27 pm will be your answer. Now this numerical will help you out, whatever the teacher asks you. Means every over here I have given you BCC, you have two other things also, SCC is also there, you have your FCC is also there. So no matter what the teacher give you, you have the formulas, you'll put the formula, and you can calculate whatever the teacher asks you, whether it is a distance or nearest neighbor distance, or the radius of an atom. So any of the question you can do whatever the teacher asks you, right? So I just want to give you that overview, that this concept is clear to you. Please don't ignore it, because numericals comes from this part also. Now one more numerical I have given you, that CSCl has BCC arrangement, and its unit cell edge length is about 400 pm. Now you have to calculate the interionic distance in CSCl. See, right? CSCl. So I'm just what happened ki these are the numericals I have to copy it from the book also, because it's difficult for me to remember all the numericals question. So what happened ki this question has been there, and the word is been there, interionic distance. Don't get confused with interionic. They are just simply asking you the nearest neighbor distance, D they are asking you. So don't get confused on the language. Distance you got the thing, so you will understand, because you know the ions are there, and these ions have a distance between them, right? So that distance you have to calculate. So again, once again, what you have to do, this is for your arrangement is what for, it is for BCC arrangement, right? That we got the clue. Then they are asking you about the distance part only, but the language they have given you na, interionic distance. So you have to write down the same language. We will not write down the simple D is equals to, and you know it's a BCC part, and they have given you the value root 3 upon 2 a they have given you. So simply you put the value root 3 upon 2 into what is the value they have given you for a is 400. So what you get it, you know the value of root 3, you can use the calculator, doesn't matter. So every time to remember it. So 3 4 when you calculate it, you will get this answer. This way you will have the answers. So I think the things are clear to you. This is the question and this is the answer. This way please practice other examples also, and do practice, because I'm telling you again and again, it is very important, and it comes in your board examination. Class 12, please focus on this table and learn this table. Two parts we have discussed over here, but this thing coordination number is new to you. This we'll study in the solid state or the coordination chemistry, and I'll tell you in detail over there. But over here you learn this thing so that it will help you out. Z, you know how to calculate when SCC how many atoms that particular unit cell contains. BCC also you know. Now, class 12, we are focusing on the new topic density of unit cell, and it's very important. And 3 marks questions come from this particular topic. And this particular topic is been when the numericals they are giving in this topic, they always related with the previous topic in which we have calculate the radius, edge, length, or the distance. So that two these two particular topics merge together, and they give you numericals of maximum 3 marks. And every the questions comes from this density of unit cell. And in your previous classes you have seen this concept in the smaller grade about the density, but we are modifying it because we want to calculate the density of our unit cell. Classes, you know the formula of density, that density is mass upon volume. So that concept only we can use, and we can put a new formula for it. So density I have written with this thing, mass of a unit cell upon volume of a unit cell. This can be written in this form. Now this formula is modified. The point is that now we have three different unit cells, SCC, FCC and BCC. Because of that we have to change that Z into M upon Na. Now you know now we are always seeing the in unit cells the atoms, so we cannot ignore the Avogadro's number value, and these are the number of atoms that a particular unit cell consists, which we have already seen over here, right? So we have to be very specific about things, that what we are using. I'll write down what is M, what is Na, and what is this thing Z. Then volume, if you see that basically whenever we are seeing a unit cells, we always focus on the volume that is related to your cube. So you cube in your class 9th or 10th standard, you have seen that we always put a cube for it, right? Because all the edges are of same length, so we always put the volume as a cube. So this way we get the formula, and it can be changed in this manner: Z into M upon a cube. Na means it's in the fraction part now, so it will come down. So this is your formula basically, right? So this way we can get them. Now let's see what is Z and what is M and what is A. So my space is small, but still I'm trying to write it, or I'll remove this thing and then I'll write down on the paper, so that you can understand what is Z, what is M, what is A cube, and what is Na. Now you can focus on it, and I have written all the these things, what does A means, what does M means, Z and Na means. And you can copy it, that A is the edge length of the unit cell, M is the atomic mass of the element, Z is number of atoms present per unit cell. Please focus on this Z, it will change every time. When you see your numerical, please see the specific word what is written to you. SCC, if it is written, you will write down 1 for Z. If it is BCC is given to you, you will write down 2 for it. If it is this thing FCC has been given to you, then you write 4. SCC is 1, BCC is 2. Now in case of Avogadro's number, I have given you the value, or I have written the value, but please see the question paper also. This is being changed, and in the front of your question paper the value is always given to you. So when you are starting up with your numerical, focus on it, right? So this is the way, but we have to focus on a different manner also. I am elaborating this formula in a different way also, so please focus on that also. Now you can see its formula. I have just modified it, and basically this particular formula for density of unit cell is when you will get it in your when the unit cell is being in picometer, the length edge of the unit cell will be in picometer. So it's been changed, and I am just putting 10 minus 30 value for it, and the same thing has been there, but just I have changed this thing, right? Please remember, we always use this formula only. And I have written the other things also, that what is A, what is M, over here what is Z. Na I am not writing, because you know Na is Avogadro's number, and that is 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23. So that value know from the previous part, but please focus once again on this particular formula, and you have to remember this formula. And please see the value, the particular values what I have written and what things I have written, and please learn it. and because this will help you out to solve your numericals, we'll focus on our numerical part first, because this is very important every year. Density of unit cell comes in your examination. It's about 3 marks question, and directly they can ask you density of the unit cell, or the previous part we have discussed now, in which we were calculating the radius or the distance or length edge. So that part, this particular question can be asked by combining with that question. So we'll focus on the two together also and single also in our further video. Now I've written this question. Ferrous oxide has a cubic structure and edge length of a unit cell is 5.0 Armstrong. Assuming density of the oxide is 4.0 grams centimeter minus cube, calculate the number of atoms in each unit cell. Or they can also ask you like what will be the numbers of ions in each unit cell. So anything can be asked. So let's start. First of all, we'll focus on it. What is being given to us? That is one of the very important formula in this thing. That the point is that they have given you that it is a cubic structure, but still they are not telling you what type of cubic structure it is, because they are asking you Z over here, numbers of atom they are asking. So that Z they are asking you from the question, and density they have given you. They have also given you the edge length, that is 5.0 Armstrong, and this value, the A value they have given you, Na you know by your own. Density value also they have given you. Now Z you have to calculate. First of all, you have to change the things. Now what you will do, well, like first of all we'll write down the formula. The answer will be like this. Density will be the Z into M upon, right, A cube into Na. And what I am doing, I am just changing it. The Z they are asking you. Then one more thing please, you have to calculate the mass. So over here you have to calculate the ferrous oxide molecular mass, and it is about 72. So this thing 72 you will calculate FeO को, ठीक है, ferrous oxide को you will calculate it, and you will get 72 value. Then A cube they have given you about how much, 5 Armstrong there, but you have to convert it into centimeter because your formula was gram per centimeter cube. So 5 into 10 raised to power minus 8, right, this value you can write down centimeter also, so that you can understand cube. And Avogadro's value they have given 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23. So this value, now when you will calculate it over here, put the value of density also, 4.0 gram centimeter minus cube. It's not necessary you put the units, there is no need to put the units, but I am just telling you it's your first numerical. That's why I am telling you like how you will get, and why I am writing, because these things are there, like, you know, so you can easily convert it and you can remove it. So you can get the value Z is equals to 4 when you do it up. Now you know that it's cube 5 times, so 5 5s are 25, 25 5s are 125. So that's why I'm directly writing over here 125, है ना, multiply by, or it's better, my page is small, let's me do it in the next page. So I am removing it so that I could tell you how I have done it. Now I have removed my formula so that I could I could explain you how I have done. So what I am doing, I am just putting the same values, Z upon 72, and I am just elaborating it. You know that 5 5 is a 25 and 25 5 is a 125. So 125 I am getting here, and you know that whatever the powers are there, if they are there, they are added up. So this time you can add it up and you can simply do it. What you will get the answer, 10 raised to power minus 24. I've removed this thing also, the units also from here, and 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 I am getting over here, right? So what will be my answer when I do it? Z will be what, 4 into 125 into 10 raised to power minus what you can say, minus 24, the same thing, into 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23. This thing, now we are multiplying it with 4 I am using. Instead of 4, you, if you want to write down the same thing, 4.0 write down, and Z will be divided by 72. This value I have already told you that ferrous oxide, I have given you a ferrous oxide formula, and you can, by getting its you can calculate its molecular mass, so you'll get 72. And when you calculate with the help of the calculator, you get the value will be 4. So what is the value of your Z is 4. Now one more thing, I was telling you that this is the way how you can calculate the value of Z, but in my numerical, I have given you calculate the number of atoms in the unit cell, but it's not necessary. They can also give you the same pattern in this. I want to tell you that also, so that if a numerical comes like that, so same pattern you will follow. The only question I am changing a bit, what will be the number of Fe plus 2 and O minus 2 ions in each unit cell. That you can, instead of this calculate the number of atoms in the each unit cell, you can put I'm rubbing it. I think this numerical is clear to you, so just see that your answer is this. I am just changing the last part of the numerical. You have to do the same manner, only the last line will be changed. So I am just removing it, and I am writing that first of all I am changing the question, and then I am putting that line. Now you can see I have just simply changed the last line, what will be the number of Fe plus 2 and O minus 2 ions in each unit cell. Please make sure that whatever we have discussed earlier, the same thing you have to do, but just you are just what they are wanting, they just want you the formulas and the things. So what you will write down, the number of formula units of FeO atom per mole is 4, or you can write down 4 Fe plus 2 or 4 O minus 2 ions per unit cell. So you can see just a line is being changed. Everything is same. You can write down that also, but you just include this line. The number of formula units of FeO atom per unit is 4, or so number of units of FeO atoms per mole is 4, or 4 Fe plus 2 or 4 O minus 2 ions per unit cell. So this will be your answer. So same pattern you have to follow, and we'll do other numericals also for it. Now I've given you one more numerical. It's a BCC element. Its atomic mass is given to you 65, has a cell edge of 420 pm. Now they have given you picometer. In the previous point we were not changing it into ppm, but over here they have already given you in picometer. So what you have to do, and they are asking you the length, they have given you in picometer, calculates its density, right, in gram per centimeter cube. I have given you the formula, but first of all you have to analyze what they have given you. So in your answer, Z, BCC, Z is what, 2. Then M, they have given you how much, it's an element, so they have given you atomic mass 65. Now A, they have given you 420 pm, and density they are asking you to calculate, right, in grams per centimeter cube. So your the formula is density is Z into M upon Na into A cube into 10 raised to power minus 30. Now the things are already given you in picometer, that's why I am putting this formula which we have learned earlier, and simply you put the values over here. It's not a big hard and fast rule, but just we have to understand what thing is asked to us. 2 into 65, now this is 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23 upon picometers, they have given 420 whole cube into 10 raised to power minus 30. So this value they have given you. So when you will calculate it, please see with the calculator, you should get this value 2.91 gram per centimeter cube. So this way you can do your numericals. I have given you both the numericals. I have taught you both the numericals, whether it's in picometer or it's not in the picometer, so that you could understand how to solve these numericals.